painful backfire. We finally understand Meghan and Harry's antics make royal even more love. Hello, and a very warm welcome to LVT News YouTube. A royal expert has just confirmed that Meghan and Harry have indeed made the royal family even more popular thanks to their antics. It is the best thing to happen to the royal since Charles, Mary, Diana, Mr. Philadelphia has explained in the Royal Daily magazine. The Sussex has gone from popular royals to effing grifters. The fall has been one hell of plane crash and is fascinating to see from a sociological standpoint. It's the narcissism, hypocrisy, drama, and inconsistencies that have led to the downfall of Harry and Meghan. Let's start at the beginning and let's forget about who made who cry because who knows? Who cares? In a nutshell, according to Meghan and Harry, the British media is so racist and they attacked Meghan because she's biracial. And then the royal family didn't stand up for them because they were so jealous of them. They didn't feel safe. And so they needed to leave the country so that they could feel safe somewhere. They had some hurt feelings and all the interviews, the books, the articles, the docu-series, and the therapy sessions are supposedly done just to help everybody else understand. But actually, Harry and Meghan were miserable in the royal family. Why? But again, who cares if you ask me? The press did do some pretty disrespectful stuff like saying that Meghan was straight out of Compton, for example. But they also reported on stories they heard about her behavior and she couldn't. The truth of the matter is every member of the royal family has gotten some negative press at one time or another. Anyone who can remember the 90s can remember that Diana also had a pretty rough go of it. Sometimes Meghan's narcissism, though, rendered her unable to just let things go. And we can add to that the fact she believed the royal family should come and stand up for her every 5 minutes. And they didn't. Well, Meghan and Harry just lost it. They claimed they were experiencing a mental health crisis. Well, it's really just that they got upset, but it was all because of the horrible press and the palace refusing to release statements about the horrible press. And so they threatened to leave the UK, but they still wanted to be half and half out royals because, okay, I guess to be fair, who wouldn't want that? And this is documented in Spare. Well, the Queen said absolutely not. And then the Queen got her first strike. They didn't get their way, so they decided to throw themselves on the floor like a couple of toddlers and pitch a little fit. And then they ran away to Canada with no real plan for the future and no consideration about security. Running away from the UK was paid for by Prince Charles and the royal family. And the royal family didn't bother to call their bluff about leaving. The Queen told them they were not allowed to use the term Sussex Royal for commercial purposes. Well, that will strike. And then Canada decided that, of course, Canadian taxpayers didn't deserve to foot the bill for their security either because they were no longer working royals. Even though Charles was paying for everything else for the two of them, they were upset about their lack of money because they're so entitled, and they were upset that they lost their security again because they are so entitled, and they blamed it all on the crown. Well, that was strike 3 for the late Queen. And then we got there. Oh, we'll show them moment when they did the Oprah interview. Now I'm sure that as a liberal American, Meghan believed the royal family was just so old-fashioned and that she and Harry were going to become modern-day California royals. She believes that everybody in the US were going to understand their plight and be. Now, at first, some people did support them and the mainstream media mostly supported them too. Most people, though, could see that there was something strange about this whole situation, something very fishy, something just didn't add up. It wasn't authentic. For example, would Meghan tell the story about feeling suicidal? She didn't show any emotion and they couldn't keep their story straight. When the remarks about Archie's skin color were made, they encouraged Oprah to imply that Archie did not receive a title when he was born because of the color of his skin. And Harry discussed how his father cut him off financially. But we were in the middle of COVID. People were dying at the time. People are struggling just to put food on the table. We all know that